255 Radio Impound podcast. And joining me is the CEO of JConcepts and my co-host of the RIP podcast for the past 11 years, I think we determined.
It's a long time.
Crazy. And he's marked safe from the hurricane. We're trying to figure this out. Hurricane Idalia. That's probably totally wrong.
Yeah, probably totally wrong. I don't know either, but yeah, in our area, we're pretty safe here.
You just got some rain. That was it.
Yeah, a small amount of rain too.
Dang,
like not even a lot of rain.
Wow. Well, you lucked out there, man. Because I was thinking when I saw that this morning, I was like, man, that looks like it's going right in your path. And I'm like, well, Jason's going to be out of power again.
Yeah, I was out of power a couple days ago. It didn't even have anything to do with the storm.
Yeah, I was like, man, does that have something to do with the storm all the way down there? And you're like, no, somebody drilled through a power line. And Jason was out of power and had to spend the night. Did you spend the whole night at JConcepts?
Yeah, spent the whole night there.
Dang.
From about 11 o'clock till about 7 a.m.
And then people started rolling in, and you're like, well, might as well just stay here.
No, I actually went home, cleaned up, took a nap, then went back. Because, sleeping on a couch wasn't that great there.
That didn't work out good for you.
But it was better than not having air conditioning. So.
Right. Yeah, that would have been brutal without the air. Oops. Guess I better put that on. Bobby Lang's checking in, saying top fan checking in. So he's a top fan now. So if you're a top fan of the podcast in the Facebook page there, let us know.
Yeah, you better check in.
Check in. You don't want to lose that badge.
Because they take it away from you, don't they?
Yeah, if you're not active on the page, they take your badge away, and then you got to start liking stuff and posting, and then you get your badge back.
Yeah, it's a constant struggle keeping that badge.
Yeah. Remember, I used to put that in every top fan checking in.
Yeah, I like that. I think you need to do that.
I think we need to bring it back.
Yeah.
Or when you comment, top fan commenting here. Yeah. I'll have to do that. I have my JConcepts top fan badge.
That's good.
Yeah. So
yeah,
safe from the hurricane, and then so it's not going to do anything to your flight then tomorrow.
Apparently, no. I think everything's still on schedule. I can take a look here while we're.
So talking. Frontier is on schedule.
Nah, definitely not Frontier this time around.
Gonna avoid that one. Yeah, but Bobby's saying it's hard out here in the streets of the top fan street, so it's a tough one.
Still showing that the flight is on time for tomorrow. So
nice. That is good news. Good news.
Yeah, usually kind of a quick flight up there. We fly into Hartford, Connecticut. Easy little drive over there to Enfield and unpack and, try to organize a few things, maybe get a few batteries in, and then pack it in and start again on Friday.
You guys are going to have awesome weather also.
Really?
Yeah. It's going to, well, at least here in PA, it's going to be 90s all weekend.
Okay.
And no rain. So I'm sure it's the same for Connecticut.
That's what we need.
Yeah, really. Bobby's saying any news on the JConcepts Geo Tracker T-Max Gotti edition?
I mean, a T-Max at this point might be a kind of a poor release, a little behind the times, but maybe like X-Max, maybe like an X-Max.
X-Max, that's the one. Okay.
That would be
these, or what else can you put the Geo Tracker on? I guess any of those full scale, or what do you call them now?
Crawlers.
Crawlers. Oh, you call them crawlers again.
Yeah, it's back to crawler.
So it was crawlers, and then it was
scale or trail trucks.
And now we're back to crawlers. Yeah.
Now we're back to crawler.
Yeah. Yeah, we do need a geo-tracker body, though. Okay. Or a bandit.
Yeah, Bobby's talking about maybe a bandit would be a good idea. So yeah, we'll get over there. They usually, it's an outdoor turf track. Kind of fell in love with that outdoor turf track about, I guess it was, I want to say that I was thinking about this today, trying to figure out the first time we went to that location, but I think it was 2015. So
Oh, wow.
I think this is going to be our 8th event there. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good location. It's definitely cool to run on the turf, and I mean the timing isn't that great this year with the Worlds being next. Well, we leave the end of next week for the Worlds, so the timing's not ideal, but we went with it anyway. And there it is. That's the track.
This is from, I think it was last year. This is the 4th annual JConcepts Turf Nationals.
I remember this one. This was an ass kicker. That layout. That was a triple.
Really?
That was a triple in the center.
Oh, okay.
I just remember crashing on that a lot. But yeah, that's the track, and we have fun there. The weather's good, and I feel like you can kind of drive it like an outdoor dirt blue groove track. So yeah, you're going through some of our photos here.
Oh, this is 2018.
Yeah, so good times doing that event. We got a few of that's the indoor carpet track. So if you ever have weather, you can just go in there and run on the carpet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got Jake checking in here. We got Lance checking in, John Bolton.
Oh, the whole crew.
Yeah.
The Ripheads.
Ripheads. Lance McDonald, he just got back from doing the RC Pro-Am with Brent Densford. The event Brent Densford put on. And he just got back from that, I think. And Lance has been doing a bunch of races the last couple months, so he's got to be feeling it by now. Jake checking in, of course. Well, maybe he's back home. I think last couple times he was in Alaska, or a couple episodes back he was in Alaska when we were chatting.
Taking an exotic vacation without us. So he's Lance is saying he's feeling this hurricane.
Yeah, so he's up there in North Florida, so he got a lot of the weather, and I saw that he got a generator hooked up to his house today. Got one of those Harbor Freight Predators 9500. I saw him get, and He said he hooked that thing up and it's kicking butt.
Nice. And then Jake's got to be down in the thick of it too. Down in the St. Petersburg area.
Yeah, on the coast. Yeah, they were getting a lot of the what do they call it?
Storm surge.
Storm surge. That's it. They were getting a bunch of that, and I could see a lot of areas down there. Was it Paul and I looking at that earlier? Just a lot of issues. I mean, these hurricanes are every year now. I don't know what it is, but we're starting to get them very consistently every year, where they're coming through the area. I mean, as a kid, I remember like a couple.
Well, it's Cobra Commander. He's targeting that area with his Weather Dominator.
That's true.
That's what it is.
I forgot about him.
Exactly. Bobby's saying he started a page for the Traxxas Bandits spec racing. It turned into almost 6,000 people showing off their bandits. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to know. I mean, the Traxxas Bandit's been around for a long time. That's really like their other vehicles. It's just kind of I believe it's just a Rustler with a buggy body, and they've done well over the years. I don't think it's done as well as the Rustler and the Stampede, but if you said that page turned into 6,000, that's pretty amazing. And I think a lot of people were turning them into drag vehicles too. The Bandit, for some reason, they would stretch them and keep the buggy body. Kind of look kind of cool.
Really? Wow. We got Corey Jordan checking in saying, Gotti, did you enjoy Mugen Challenge? We did, man. We did a podcast on it. Had a great time hanging out with Jason and meeting fans of the podcast. So it was pretty cool. So I did have a good time.
Yeah, the event that Lance just did there, the RC Pro, and it was kind of a different format of an event. They kind of paired up, what they were considering the pros and the Joes together to kind of form smaller teams to compete for overall championships. And they had like what you'd be into. They had a draft. I didn't watch it, but it was they did it live. They did a draft of certain drivers. I think they had some. Paul was telling me about this. They had some stats on different drivers. So when you went to kind of choose your racers, you had a little information to go from to choose who would be on your team. And it almost sounds like that was one of the coolest parts of it, was really just the draft part of it. I mean, everybody knows the racing side of it at this point.
Yeah.
Track inside a building, go out, run your races, qualifiers, whatever. But it sounded like the draft thing was kind of fun and interesting. That might get some play down the road at some other things, other events maybe, or coming back to next year for their next year's event. But it sounded like that was pretty neat. People enjoyed that. Obviously, covering it live,
yeah,
kind of neat. And so, watched the start of the Pro Buggy main there. I want to say Cole Ogden was TQ, but it's like the rough track kind of got them there at the beginning stages. They were bouncing and flipping all over the place, and guys were just keeping on all four wheels. And Camden Lime was in there for a while leading, but Paul, I don't remember if Lance was around during when we did the old Wiregrass Nationals in Dothan, Alabama. That first building we used in Dothan was pretty cool. And then the next year we went back. It was a different building. The second year it got really rough. So we got on in the background here. Gotti's brought up some of our old turf mats.
This is 2021.
Okay. Yep. I ran this track.
Yeah, I just throw it up here so people get an idea what it looked like there.
Yeah, it always seems like I'm trying to break my curse this year of just being a little more consistent. I'll have one really good run when I go here, and I don't know why I think it's going to be any different. I haven't raced anymore. I probably actually less, but I'm trying to break that where I can have multiple good runs in each class. So we'll see how we can do. I don't know. I haven't been driving very good the past. I think 2017 was my last good year of racing.
Wow.
So
you're still in EA when you go to these, right?
Yeah, but it's just the last time I remember really feeling good when I was driving was about 2017.
See that? The age is creeping up.
I feel okay when I drive the cars, but just the consistency isn't very good. And now, granted, I don't know how I could expect anything different because it's not like I'm out there running all the time, but I do feel like if I ran all the time, I would be pretty in touch with it, but it's just not something you can just not do and then just show up and be, what you really think you're capable of. So, I have moments, and just you got to hunt that consistency now more than ever. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
See if I'm motivated to get my stuff working any better or
Oh man, you gotta get motivated, bro.
So yeah, this is the track here in the background. Pretty cool. This layout was a little bit. I felt this layout was a little bit nicer to drive than the one we had. What was that 2018 you showed? Man, that was tough.
Yeah, 2018 layout. Is that what I had up earlier?
Yeah, that was a tough one. Well, it was really just the triple. The fact that you had to jump this triple that they had was really wild.
So I can't find any photos of the one coming up yet. So
yeah, I don't know that they have a photo posted of the layout, but when we get there late tomorrow, we'll get something rolling.
Bobby's saying, question for Jason: with your ability to manufacture carbon fiber parts, have you ever considered a JConcepts oval purpose built kit?
I'm assuming he's thinking dirt oval, but I think we've thought about it, or at least I have, and considered it, but you're really going to be a lot deeper into it than just the carbon fiber, because today you really kind of have to make the whole thing, or that's what I would want to do. And you'd be, I'd want to have the A-arms, the caster blocks, rear hub carriers, transmission, the whole thing. And then you're talking about a really big commitment. And we would have to approach it like we approach our 10 scale and 8 scale racing. We would have to be at almost all the larger events. We would have to have our top end drivers, competing and showing at the front of the field. And it's just something else we would have to kind of manage. So yeah, we've thought about it and discussed it a little bit, but I think it's better to allow the people to do it that are doing it at the moment, that are good at it. They do already hit the events, and we have our niche out there as well, with different things, and we try to be good in those also. So for us, our top level drivers and our talent really race off-road 10 scale and 8 scale, and we try to be aware of that, and we try to support that the greatest, because that's where we have our greatest chance to have success. That's kind of where we're set up in. And if we do dirt oval, we'd have to drag some of those guys over, which would be perfectly capable of doing. Mayfield and everyone else, he's already ran a little oval and been a winner, but it's all about where to dedicate those resources. And we have done a few events this year and last year. Tyler Hooks have been kind of behind that. He's been working on having a couple dirt oval events. We haven't connected them together or done a series level event yet, but it's now we're just doing individual races. And they've been doing pretty well. We had one at Kyle Layton's track in California, and we had one over in Texas. The year before that, we had one in Wisconsin. So we've had several of these, and it's just about keeping them in the schedule and just realizing that we want to support it. And we like to support these ones that are like at tracks like Kyle's, where he also has a bit of a, not, I'm going to say a storefront, but he attempts to have a little bit of a hobby shop with his track. And it's good to support these type of facilities and stores that are actually, doing this for a living, doing RC and RC sales for a living, and trying to broaden the scope of RC. It's good to support them. So that's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah,
we've kind of tiptoed around for, man, I've wanted to do it for about 10 or so years, was do some 8 scale races. I mean, I'd say 10 or 12 years ago, we talked about even starting it and having one at LCRC, but that was a long time ago. I mean, we're talking like, when we started, or when I started with you on the podcast. I mean, it was that long ago
Wow.
We had discussed it and talked about it, and we were pretty deep talking about it for this year too, and we haven't done it, but I think we got to make some adjustments in what we're doing on our events to kind of compensate for the latest surfaces, the ability for people to get everywhere that they need to go, and then maybe move in some of this 8 scale or dirt oval, so we're a little more well-rounded in the events that we're doing.
And I wanted to.
But as far as dirt oval, I mean, Bobby, talking about that, I mean, Scotty just went live with his Chili Bowl entries. It sold out 600, I want to say 650 entries.
Wow.
I don't know how I'm going to go there this year and not get sick, but
The Chili Bowl virus.
Oh my gosh.
When is this race?
It is is it January?
Wow, that's coming up already? Just seems like you were there.
Yeah, this year is cooking by, and I mean, by the time we get through this Worlds, it is just going to feel like we're just going to smoke through the rest of the year.
Yeah. I wanted to bring this up real quick here. Because you were talking about Kyle Layton.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Kyle Layton getting into the helicopter, and then I'm going to get in. This is on Call of Duty, and it kind of goes like this, and then boom, blows us up. There you go. That was embarrassing. Somebody planted C4 on the helicopter and blew us up as we entered it.
How long ago was that? You said that was quite a while back.
Right? Yeah, that was about 2 years ago. And Kyle sent me the video because I lost the video, but he sent it to me again just recently. So I told him I'd play it on the podcast.
So when you're playing that, is it always recording, or do you have to choose when to record?
The console's always recording, and then you have to clip it though when it happens. So when that happened, I just hit the button to clip it, and it clips like you could set it to 15, 30 seconds, a minute, whatever.
Okay, so it clips like from the moment you click it, a little bit on the front side, a little bit on the back side.
Right. Yep. Bobby's saying that's what I'm saying. I think you could do a sick kit, or at least a conversion that bundles with your dirt oval bodies. So
I have a feeling that
a whole kit you're gonna have to make. Is that what he's saying?
Well, that you would have to do that.
I thought maybe you're piecing stuff together for a kit or something, like
no, I mean, if you were
so you're making a JConcepts dirt oval kit.
Well, that's what he's asking for.
Wow, that's a project.
It's a project.
And you got to make sure the market's there for that, right? Which I guess it is, because everybody's racing dirt oval now, it seems.
I have a feeling that there's going to be definitely more people jumping in that game in 2024.
Well, I'm turning, when I get on Facebook and I see these videos that people are making these dirt ovals, and then they look pretty cool. I mean, everybody's seems to be racing them again. So,
yeah, everybody's incorporating a dirt oval now into their dirt track. So it's almost like, for a while it was like if you had a carpet track, they try to incorporate on-road into it for different weeks. But, now for a dirt track, it's almost like they're trying to incorporate a dirt oval into it.
Well, Jason Santos is in the chat. What's up, Jason?
Jason, I was working on that 1.5 today. I was obsessed, man.
Oh, yeah?
I was working on that B1.5 project. Whew. Once you get obsessed with something, it's hard to It's hard to stop.
Yeah, Santos, I need you to pick up that Hot Shot 2 in the background here so you can get that thing running for me. And Jason, notice the frames. I told you you're hanging up frames at your office.
That's right. That's right.
It's back there leaning against the wall.
Get those easy anchors, man.
I'm not brave enough, man. Though then I got that ad to how to easily hang photos correctly. I guess it was like a little device that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But you admit it is a project to do that.
I got it figured out, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's a pain, man.
It's easier to just lean them there like that.
It's a total pain.
It is. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was working on that project. So Jason Santos, he built I sent him a bunch of parts a long time ago, and he put together what a few guys call a B1.5. In that, basically what it is taking an RC10 and an RC10 T2, which was a truck, and you kind of use as many of the truck parts, the chassis, transmission that you can, and then use RC10 suspension. And Jason works on those quite a bit. He's made several of them. He took and put one together for me. We made a special body for it. This was several months back. We made a special body for it because I told him we would do that. And so now I was working on that body mounting project. I got it on there. And now I'm like, man, I want to change how the wing mounts to it. And going to go with some classic wing tubes, and going to go with a different kind of body mount combination so I can get the wing where I want it. So I was kind of getting obsessed with that. And today I was thinking about, man, it'd be cool to design some A-arms for this thing so it looked different. And then I wanted to make like a little weight box for the front end. A lot of guys do that on high traction. They'll put a weight box or put weight in the front of an RC10. So I was thinking about building something like that. Kind of some cool stuff.
Yeah. They have thin wires, hooks that pop right through the drywall for the photos. Bobby's saying, okay. Well, I'm still not. I can never get them level and straight.
Well, here's the ticket: is what I did was I saw a video. My mom likes hanging photos, but I saw this video, and basically one of the things that I found was kind of nice is you take a 2-inch, you take some 2-inch masking tape, and you lay it across the back of your picture, right under where it'll hang, right?
All right, you sent me the photo if you guys did that.
Yeah,
right?
then you mark on the masking tape the position of where you got to put your hangers. Then you can take the masking tape off, and then you can put it on the wall and transfer those marks to the wall. Now, granted, you got to decide where you want the picture on the wall, but now you have the tape with the spread of where your locations need to be. And you can actually use a little mini level, and you could level the tape on the wall.
Oh, wow.
And that's what we did with that one that I sent you. Is I actually laid out the pictures on the ground I put 8 inches between each photo, each picture, put 8 inches between them. I ran the tape across, and then I marked on the tape where each hanger needed to be. Then we put the tape on the wall and leveled it, and then I put the holes where they needed to be in the wall. And then it just went together.
So the one back there I have has the 2 hooks in the back. Those are tough. I like the frames that just have the metal piece in the middle, and then you gotta go like that.
Yeah, I'd have to see the one you got there.
Man, those 2 hooks are brutal.
It's a pain in the butt. I like the anchors that go into the wall, because, man, when you get those ones that just have little nails, and you got, I mean, if you get it loose. If you get it loose at all, it just falls right out. They're just garbage.
Right.
So you kind of have to get those anchors that screw into the drywall. Then you put a screw into it. Then you can hang on the screw and you have a nice, to me, those are the way to go.
Well, who did the photos behind you there?
Me and my mom and Allison.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we actually laid them out, laid these out first with masking tape, and then hung them up.
Oh, there you go. Well, you just got a lesson in hanging photos up there, fam.
Yeah, you never know. Never know what you're going to get.
Turf Nats. Hanging photos. That's what this podcast was all about, this episode.
Yeah, turf nats. We'll get there tomorrow. Like I said, try to get a couple runs in and then see how the track is. You know, talk to the crew, get some photos. Yeah, it's just, like I said, the timing's not the greatest because we leave for the Worlds the end of next week. But, you know, we're committed. We want to be there. We want to do it right. The race always does well for us. So several classes. Obviously, we're going to have the 17.5 classes, popular stuff there, 13.5, two-wheel mod, four-wheel mod. We got 40 plus two wheels. That was a good one there. So I expect it to still be a pretty good turnout. Traditionally, the racers don't sign up that well ahead of time at that location, which we wish they would. But
so they just show up the day of?
Usually, yeah.
Wow.
So a little bit of predicting there, but I think I'd still see it doing pretty well. If we have the weather that you're saying or predicting, I think we should be good.
I mean, at least for PA, it's going to be nice. So I'd imagine not much of a difference up there.
Did we determine how far away that was? It was like 5 hours from you to there.
Yeah. Yeah. Fitchburg, right?
No, this is Enfield, Connecticut.
Enfield. I mean, Chris RC Madness. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's about 5 hours. Why, you want me to drive out there? Drive out that far?
Hannah's got to drive 7 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's
she
driving.
Could pick me up on her way up there.
She's driving in from Virginia.
Well, she's got to come up 81, I think.
I think someone's sending me a photo here now.
I am. Oh, I'm 4 hours away, Jason. 252 miles.
250. 4 hours?
Well, it says 4 hours.
It's not bad.
It would have been a perfect weekend, too. It's my birthday weekend. You could have got, just gave me my present there.
True.
Or you could have flew me up for my birthday. That would have been the best present of all. Somebody sending you a photo?
Yeah, I'll send you a photo of the layout here.
Oh. Well, maybe it's online. I just didn't see it.
I think it just now took the photo. Matthew Sousa. So he just got us a photo, so I sent it to you.
Oh, he's a man.
That's the Matthew Sousa.
Where did you send it to? Oh, there it is. Got it.
So it's a couple lanes on this track, a little different direction than traditional. Got a couple coming at you, going away from you.
I don't want to do that.
I think this track is The biggest turnout we ever had was about 340 entries at this race. So yeah, here's the photo supplied by Matthew Sousa. And you can see we got some lanes kind of going.
It's hard to tell where the
Coming
jumps.
at you. You got some lanes coming at you and going away. Got that tabletop on the right, which is always tricky. So we got Tom Bishop giving us a little update here. He's always there helping with something, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did most of this track. But yeah, the big tabletop on the right. That's always, you got to watch it going up there. Get on that little curb. You
launch it into the propane tank.
Yeah, that happens more than you want. What happens actually is you traction roll, or the car kind of gets on the right side and you flip off the edge.
Yeah, so Tom's saying he put down some new pieces of turf as well to take care of some of the rips and tears. So we got some new turf in there.
Yeah, there you go.
So Tuesday it was done. So it's all ready to roll.
What I say they had 11 tracks or courses there. That was I believe that's what I was counting one time.
Wait, what? At RC Madness?
Yeah, there's like 11 tracks or courses there.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, you definitely have your fair share of options at RC Madness. I don't even know if the 11 that I counted one time include their drag strip. I think they put in a drag strip too. That might be 12. Yeah, it's all these things when you just look at them, when the jumps aren't highlighted, they sometimes look a little simple, but none of these tracks are simple.
Well, that's what I was saying. You can't really tell. This one here looks like I don't know if it's showing up on the screen where I'm pointing. Is it?
No.
No. All right. Tom's saying, yeah, they put a new drag strip in 3 years ago.
Yeah. Maybe that's 12 then.
So right in the middle there, it looks like you could really launch it over to the, I don't know. That looks like a little bit of a tabletop too, but maybe not.
Yeah, what you do here is you start on the back straightaway right-hander, and you're coming at you. That's either like a step up or a double. And then got a radius left-hander into a right, coming up over the big tabletop. Actually, you're coming the other direction than I thought. So you're coming at you, then sweeping in front of the driver's stand, double away from you, chicane, kind of a sweeping turn there to the left, infield sweeper with a kind of a hard little triangle jump that you'll probably just try to roll over or pop over. Right-hander with a little slight ski jump coming at the driver's stand, then a double going back on the straightaway. So
we'll see what you can do, Jason. Tom's saying there is a short video clip on RC Madness Facebook page. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so after this, we'll pack it in. We'll get some good Hannah will get some good photos and video, and we'll get that going online, and then we'll hightail it by the end of next week out to the Worlds in Arizona and start that monster event. They're really stacking up the.
Oh.
Yeah. What's that?
I thought maybe that audio was coming through on your end.
No, I didn't hear it.
That would have been brutal.
So yeah, and we'll go head out there at the Worlds, and we'll get ready out there, and got a lot going on. Yeah, Tom Bishop.
Oh, I could already move. Get rid of here.
Oh, so here we go. Yeah, chicane there. It's kind of a infield sweeper, little triangle jump, ski jump here coming at you, double coming on the straight, long back straight, sweeper. He lost it, but guess that was our short video. Ski jump here coming at you, double coming on the straight.
Oh wait, what do I got going on
straight.
here? Lost it.
So Tom says he got the Swedish fish and the burgers packed for this weekend, so I can't wait. So this will be our, let's see, second.
Oh yeah. Wow, Swedish fish. That's almost worth the trip, 252 miles.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pack it in and do it.
How come I got audio coming back to me? That's oh yeah, I know what's wrong here. Hold on. There we go. And Lee, your humor will miss this weekend for sure. We'll miss this weekend. Oh, Lee Sesser's in the chat too. Okay.
Yeah, he said he can't get enough of this. That's all of our entertainment here, you know.
Yeah. I don't think he's talking about the pod.
I think he is.
He's talking about the turf nats. So Lee's going, Hannah, Paul Lynn.
Lee's not going.
Oh, Lee's not going.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's what Tom means then. He's gonna miss him. Okay. Yeah, Lee's saying he won't make it. He's upset. Absolutely love driving at RC Madness.
Yeah, Lee's getting ready for the big worlds.
All right. Well,
we're gonna have to, dip into that next week. I'll bring out some of my predictions. I'll have some bunch of driver listings. We'll talk about what to expect. We got a bunch of Matt Olson's going to be doing the coverage there with Mod Live Media, and he's got a lot of people coming in to assist and discuss it, talk about it. So, as well as we'll see Matt this weekend at RC Madness. So,
right. I want to try and get that video up again, but it's being a little bit of a pain.
It's kind of short too, right?
Yeah. Yep. But, it's good enough. You get an idea. Take that video back and study it. Get some dirt samples.
Turf samples.
Turf samples. Cut some turf out. That's what you got to do, because I think they use pretty much the same turf every year. You got to take some turf samples home with you. Did anybody go around this track with a wheelbarrow with a camcorder connected to it? I don't think so.
No. Need to get Ryan Lutz there with his onboard camera. He can give us some.
Oh man, I tried watching that onboard camera from LCRC. Whew. Man, I need some Dramamine.
Really?
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, man. I don't know how you guys you watch those videos with I don't know. I guess it's cool to see the shocks working. The front shocks, but I don't know, man.
Personally,
to me, I don't like it.
Personally, those videos do nothing for me, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just
people like them. They get a lot of views. People like those videos. It doesn't do anything for me, but hey. Yeah, I'm really gonna miss Lee being there, working on
your car ready.
Yeah.
So who's gonna work on your car?
Me, I guess.
Oh man.
What a drag.
And you said Paul's not going?
No, he's got we got world's projects we're finishing, so
Right.
we got everything kind of booked up. So um, got
Yeah, maybe.
a lot of projects to finish here before the worlds.
Yeah. Man, maybe you do need my help.
Yeah, glue tires.
Well, there you go. Tom Bishop is saying, Jason Albell to glue tires if needed. I have lots of practice of mine. And Andrew Bishop.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's a lot of help. That's a lot of things to do.
Yeah, see that? There you go. Don't let Jason down, Tom. You got to stay committed to him.
Well, I mean, Gotti's going to drive in too.
All right, so when is this race? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or just
the racing Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday? Okay. I mean, it's doable.
Doesn't Lee have a 8 scale race happening at his track soon? When's that going on? Maybe he can tell us about that.
Jason, Tom's saying you know where to find him in the trailer, and he can get a snack as well. Man, you got
Yeah,
it made.
I'll be snacking, glue my tires. What's better?
You'll just be sitting back like, is that car done yet there, Tom?
Let's go.
I gotta get it.
What's that ride height?
It doesn't look right to me. Fix that, Tom.
Something seems off.
You're like looking at it like, Then when you lose, you can blame Tom. Lee's saying that the Invitational is the best big race. It's in October.
He says the next.
Next big race. Okay, sorry. Next big race.
But I thought they had one on their outdoor track. I thought they had a 8 scale race at their outdoor track. I'll have to ask them what's going on with that. I thought they had like a Virginia championships or something up there. Oh, that was last week.
You missed it. So what drivers do we have going there? Brock, right?
No, those guys are all
prepping for the Worlds.
All Worlds, yeah. So
Jason's gonna have to hold it down.
I do. I gotta.
This might be exciting actually to go make this trip for that.
I gotta get my game together.
I have to see if
you got to start getting the mindset,
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to go on there and watch this 40-second video and keep watching it over and over again.
Practice by what's that called?
Tom's saying not sure if it's been talked about, but 3 days of sun and 80 degree weather. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be perfect. Yeah, I did mention it, Tom. I said it's gonna be about 90 here in PA. So. Lee's saying I should just come down to show you my belly when you are driving out. No, we don't.
That's the motivation to run away. Get the car going fast enough to run away.
Yeah, I didn't recognize you. Jason showed that to me that you did it at the I forget what race it was, but you're going around the corner and Lee's lifting up his shirt. It's terrible. Why would you do that to Jason?
And I had to maintain focus when that was happening.
I know, and you did. So I give you some credit there, man. You didn't wreck or anything.
We did a good job.
Yeah.
That was the last time I raced. So
what race was that?
That was that in April or May? I think it was May.
Yeah.
So we got some work to do there.
Yeah.
Always lots of work to do. I looked at my car today. I got in the truck. Looks pretty good. Straight off the track from the Roar Nats. That was in March at Beachline. So hopefully my carpet setup works from the Nats. I think it will. We'll be good to go.
Good. All right. Well, we wanted to keep this one short though, because we know you're busy. You got to get this one, get your,
Gotta pack up.
yeah, pack up. And this time we're not using Frontier, so Jason should be okay.
Hopefully.
Not going to lose your bag. Hopefully the flight leaves on time.
That's right. No 8-hour delays.
Yeah. And then you got to come back. You're flying back Sunday night. And then,
I probably could, but I think right now I'm booked for Monday.
and then come back to the office, get ready for the Worlds. Because you got to get there by Wednesday, right?
No, we don't fly till Thursday. I'm sorry,
Thursday.
Friday. We don't fly till Friday.
Okay. And then a whole week of Worlds action. That. So I don't know. I think I was discussing this with you as far as the handout tire. So it's AKA.
Mm-hmm.
So is this something they've been doing for the past couple of Worlds or something? Handout tires then? Because
handout tires have happened since the 2002 Worlds, I believe.
Wow. Why'd they switch to that though?
Well, I believe that the last time we had open tires at the Worlds, I believe, was the '99 Worlds, and I was racing for Team Associated and Proline, and we designed and brought a special tire for the '99 Worlds, and there was a little bit of a I'm not gonna not altercation, but there was a little bit of a drama involved with the front tire we were using. And it didn't have anything to do with the race organizers or anything, but I feel like whatever happened after that race, they decided to go to control tires. So I don't know if people felt like, there was something about the tires there that they felt like was not fair, or if it was just a kind of a leading up to that. Maybe it was a bunch of things that kind of happened over a period of years, because tires mean everything at that level. Well, I'm sorry, at every level.
Yeah, but to me, it makes it more exciting too.
It was really exciting and very difficult because, you have to run. You're running your stuff against everybody else's stuff. So, but they wanted to take that out of the Worlds in 10 scale, and I believe it was 2002 was the first Worlds that had control tires, and so yeah, 2002. Because of 9/11, the race was supposed to be in 2001, but because of 9/11, it was actually in 2002, and then they came right back in 2003 and stayed on schedule.
Right.
And they had a Worlds in 2003, which is when JConcepts debuted with the body in the car. And so there was control tires there. 2005, there was controlled tires. 2007, controlled. 2009, that was the one in South Africa that nobody went to. Then there was 2011, 13, 15, 17, 19, and then now we're up to current. So there was no 2021 IFMAR Worlds with COVID. So Spencer's been able to hold on to that two-wheel world title for 4 years, and Bruno Coelho's been able to hold on to his four-wheel title for 4 years. So that's a long in a career, and it's like being the NBA or the NFL champion for 4 years, right? Like,
that's crazy.
A long run. So
yeah.
But these guys are still at the top of their game, so they're looking to kind of back it up. I mean,
yeah. So Spencer's trying to defend his title.
Correct.
Wow, it's nuts when you think about it.
It is. And Bruno trying to defend his four-wheel. So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Wow. So what? I mean, the tire situation though. Are you obviously against it, right? So it's like Don't you guys get together every so often, IFMAR and them, and like, hey, man?
No, I don't know that IFMAR has ever emailed me about and asked about anything.
So they just do it on their own. Hey, control tires. Boom.
Yeah, they've worked on that. They've probably worked on that over the years, and I don't think they've ever emailed me and asked me anything. They talk to the car manufacturers occasionally, but I think in general, yeah, they. I mean, we talk to them a little bit at the actual races, and I've been included in a few of their meetings there over the years, and yeah, I would rather not be in the meetings anymore, to be honest, because it's just a mess. Like it's hard to get anything accomplished. There's so many people with different views and ideas, and people go off on these weird tangents, and it's hard to keep things organized in the meetings. And you have some people that are there that don't need to be there, that don't understand the business. They understand racing, but they don't understand the business of RC. And it gets frustrating being in those meetings because the people that are there that don't understand the business and some of the bigger picture things, it gets kind of frustrating hearing what they want to talk about, I guess.
Dang. I don't know. I used to love that in the worlds of tire wars.
Well, no, it was a great time, but I actually prefer the race to be controlled tires because I think that it's better for the racer. And I think if we had to go to these races, first of all, we do it in 8 scale, and it's a huge problem for us to usually have all of our items there and in storage and ship them there. I mean, just getting our equipment to Spain was a big undertaking last year. Getting our storage containers sorted out, and it is a ton of work. It's fun to win, or compete for the win, I should say. It definitely gives you something to shoot for, but it's a lot of work, and it's honestly probably more difficult for the racer at a race like that. And I think this 10 scale worlds, I think it'll be a good example. We were actually asked to be the control tire for this event, but we turned it down and I felt like since we had several drivers that are from Arizona, and of course you got Dakota who is coming in, I felt we would have several drivers that would be kind of targeted in a sense. Like if we were the control tire, I felt like people would be looking to some of our guys and saying that they had special tires or somehow they were cheating. And I just felt like it was better to not even be involved in the part of it. And we concentrate on the bodies, the wheels, the accessories and stuff we traditionally do in 10 scale, and support our drivers trying to win the worlds. And that's what we like to do. And we let them do the tires in the tech, where they're supposed to. We provide and work on the wheels and everything else, but I think it's better for the racer.
All right.
We got Jeff Stakowitz checking in here. He's probably ran, if not all of them, at least 3/4 of our turf nationals here at RC Madness. He's won the Roar Nats, and I believe it was carpet a couple of years ago in the 17.5 or 13.5 4-wheel, I think. I believe he recently started running the X-ray cars, so Jeff will have to tell us how he's liking the X-ray stuff.
Oh, so he's going to be wearing a suit.
He's gonna wear a suit. He's always really good on this track. I think he runs sometimes he runs 17.5, 13.5, and I've seen him run mod too. So sometimes he'll run 3 or 4 classes out there. And always a quick driver. On all the surfaces, but especially on this surface.
All right. Well, we wish you guys the best of luck. JConcepts team out there. Jason Rona is going to be trying to hold it down for the team, along with some other drivers.
We got some great drivers there.
So are you like in the 40-plus class? Invitational?
Yeah, I'll run 40 plus 2-wheel, and 2-wheel mod is usually what I run.
All right. Cool.
So looking at my stuff, I hope I can charge it up and get out there.
You'll have a lot of help.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I can't do it. It's just.
Do you want to do it?
It's just the motivation.
You guys got to motivate them.
What's weird is, obviously when I was younger or in the peak of my racing, the motivation to work on the cars and mount tires was not an issue. I would do anything up until whatever time at night. But I kind of like to enjoy the race now through everybody else's eyes, in a sense. I like to see everybody else enjoying it and how they're taking it in. For me to sit there and just concentrate on my own stuff is very difficult. And I like kind of taking it all in and seeing how people do and kind of evaluating the situation. Another thing is going up to the worlds and going out to the worlds. It's going to be, I was just telling Paul the other day, it's like, not only am I excited to see who makes the A main, I'm really looking forward to see who makes the B, C, D main. I mean, this field is going to be stacked. I mean, there's, I believe it's, what did Clayton Young the other day told us, was it 61 racers from Roar competing, I think. I believe it was 61, he said, competing at the Worlds. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they do.
Yeah. All right. Well, best of luck again. We'll let you go because you got to get ready to get your stuff packed up, get ready to go, get some rest.
Yep.
Before the chaos begins.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to catching up with you again before we head out to the Worlds, and I'm excited.
Yep, we'll be back for 256 pre-Worlds. We'll do the post-Turf Nats, see how Jason did out there and the crew.
That's right.
And then check in on the Worlds preparation, which will be very short when he comes back. So, got less than a week.
That's right.
All right. Quick turnaround. Well, thanks for everybody for joining us. Don't forget to like the page, Facebook page, YouTube page, and tell a friend. Obviously, if you're here, you already like the page, so just tell a friend, share it, do whatever you got to do. And we'll be back here for 256 of the Radio Impound podcast. See you guys.
Later.